Well, I'm glad to see that you made it back.
Katie, that's nice you're here. Now you're going to get a chance to watch your boyfriend do business. Isn't life strange, Kate? I mean, all the abrupt detours it takes. 1 minute, you are the editor-in-chief of some top fashion magazine, and the next, you're fornicating with some street punk who kills for turf.
What is that supposed to mean?
It's a threat from Anthony Zacchara.
Oh, no. I believe it's a statement of fact.
Well, you're in a position to know, right?
Kate, Sonny refuses to grasp the tenuousness of life, even his own situation. I know that you do, so maybe you'll enlighten him. We're finished.
Not even close, Trevor.
What was that about?
I just found out that Trevor is not just Anthony Zacchara's attorney. He's running the whole damn show. Anthony Zacchara asked me if I'd like to guard a second later. He's trying to force me to play Russian roulette. Then he threatened to kill my family. He's totally insane.
You were lucky to have made it out alive.
Yeah, well, the last two people who visited Zacchara wound up missing. And I can guarantee you right now that Trevor is the one who had them killed because he didn't want anybody to know about the secret.
Look, I realize you think that he's in charge, but I am still not convinced.
Kate! Why do you keep defending him?
Trust me, after everything Trevor has done for me, I want him to rot in hell. I am just speaking from personal experience. Nothing is more important to Trevor than his position in society. I can't imagine him jeopardizing that to run a mob empire.
He's up to his ass in this. And if somebody doesn't stop him, he's going to take us all down. I tell Trevor I know he's running the Zacchara mob. 20 minutes later, my warehouse is on fire. That's not a coincidence.
It's just bizarre, Sonny. Trevor is part of a very elite group of power brokers. Why would he jeopardize that to run, a criminal enterprise?
Zacchara probably did something years ago, and Trevor had to clean up the mess. Zacchara got crazy, and he started getting worse, so Trevor got more involved in the business, and he started to like it.
What is there to like, exactly, about danger and violence and the threat of years in prison?
Money? Influence, the power of life and death. He probably got, really into the business, and it started to grow and grow. It was like an addiction, and he got hooked like a lot of people do. He was the man. He makes decisions on whether you live or die. He turns over profits, and you know what the craziest thing is? That he gets away with it.
Sonny, is that why you became a criminal? Because you like to get away with it?
I have a lot of reasons, and I have no reasons. I never finished school because I didn't want to, become, not that it's a bad thing, a plumber or a mechanic. I wanted to wear a suit and have more money than you could ever spend. But most important, I wanted power because I've been helpless in my life. And I would rather die.
I understand ambition. I've built my whole life around it, and I realize that there are compromises that you have to make. When you start talking about living and dying like they're numbers on a spreadsheet, you lose me.
It's a business. Sometimes you have to, the chances you pay is you die, and you got to take the lives of your enemies, and sometimes the violence overwhelms you, and you feel like drowning, and sometimes you lose your mind,
like Anthony Zacchara,
or like me. You never mentioned it, but I know that Rick told you I was bipolar?
Rick is a very troubled man.
Right.
It's true. Sonny. When I met Rick in the park to try to get him to drop the first round of reckless driving, God. He mentioned that you were bipolar, and I suggested I could make it public.
Would you have gone through with that? That's all I'm asking.
Sonny. I was lying my head off. I was trying to tell him what I thought he wanted to hear. It didn't work, as you know. And I was ashamed that I even suggested the possibility. And you know what, Sonny? If you think that I consider your illness as some sort of defect, you're wrong.
I did. For a long time. And in some ways I still do. I mean, you know, when we were younger, I mean, you'd always tell me that I was moody, right?
Yes. I thought you were trying to act mysterious.
That's how I dealt with things. I don't know if you know this, but sometimes I would get so angry that I did not know what I was doing. I would smash something, or I'd beat the hell out of some guy. But I'd always tell myself, hey, you know what? People get angry all the time. People lose their temper, and then a friend of mine died, and I went into like this gray zone, and I couldn't feel anything. I didn't care. But that passed, right? Then my first wife was killed, and I completely lost it, and I didn't know it at the time, but I was having a breakdown.
Tell me that you got help.
Well, Jason would, you know, he'd keep people away from me and pick up the glass that I would break, and then but, you know, I mean, I just felt like there was something wrong with me, like I was weak.
You must have felt alone.
A lot of times I wanted to kill myself, you know. But then, you know, someone told me that I was sick, that I was mentally ill. I did not want to hear it because I didn't want to be defective.
It's a chemical imbalance, Sonny. It's not your fault, just like having brown eyes or dimples.
Oh, you've done your research.
We did a piece on it in the magazine a few years ago, and one of my best friends back in the city is diagnosed with bipolar. She said it was relief to find out that there was a cause and a treatment for the way that she felt and the things she did.
Well, the medicine keeps me balanced, keeps me from having a breakdown or, you know, going too high or too low into the darkness, but it hasn't changed who I am. If I want something, I go after it. And that can drive you crazy in a different way, you know. You know, when I went to see Zacchara, I thought I was meeting an enemy, somebody I could reason with, negotiate with, somebody who understood the threat of violence and use it to his advantage, like I do. But he is totally insane. 1 minute he's screaming threats, the next minute he's talking about roses. And I gotta tell you something, you gotta listen to this. He takes out a gun, right? And he forces me to play Russian roulette. And in that second I had two thoughts. One, I don't want to die. okay? And you know how stupid it was that I miscalculated, walked in on a madman. And the second was watching him thinking, that could be me in 20 years.
No, Sonny, never.
You know, hey, you know, when you have too much power, it distorts things. You know, you don't live like other people live. You're a puppet master, and you're pulling all the strings, making all the decisions. Nobody should be in that position.
Look, I don't know Anthony Zacchara, nor do I want to, but I'm sure that you were nothing like him.
That's sweet. But I gotta tell you, I see this man. He's in his house, and he's a prisoner, destroyed by his own viciousness and greed. And I just felt like that, you know, that could easily be me. If I lost one person too many, if I stop pretending there are lines I won't cross.
I'm not going to justify your business. It's not right or defendable on any level. But I knew you, Sonny, before you got into that business. I knew you when you were the moody boy with the beautiful smile. And I know you have a conscience. I know that there are lines that you won't cross.